Right, we're going to do a part two for Aries because literally, I'll just put it in the playlist, okay? So you'll see it in the playlist, but I can't start again because it was too good. Okay, so when Dirty Smut talks on your name, and you know that those people are up to way more than you, and they're just dirt and they're just mutts, but Aries, it's about your peace. Choose peace. Okay, you know who you are, you know what you're doing, you know what you're not doing, you know, there's always going to be dickheads. um, you know, I feel like choose peace, okay, and know that karma is a long line, and that these people will get it somewhere somehow. And I also think that these Karens and these Daves and these dates are really crossing lines. I mean, these motherfuckers just don't know where the line is anymore, and they're about to get checked right back over it. So I think there's a lot of seriously messed up people who really think, and it's like, whoa. Okay, so be smart this week. That's the message for those who are encountering these type of people. Know the company to keep, know what to stay away from if you can. Act right, that's important too. And some of yous, the message for yous is to drop something. Okay, so what I mean by this is there's something that you need to get rid of. It's just not good for you. Okay, like this job, it's killing you. It's making you your worst version. This person's making you your worst version. Um, Especially for the Aries man. Okay, that's you. Okay, it's whatever you're doing, it just isn't good for you. Kind of people that you're associating with, the Five of Wands, these can be people who are breaking the law. These people are immoral, indecent, okay, just very horrible people. Um, so some of yous this year you need to think about, especially for the Aries man, because you're coming up reversed. If you like men, the kind of man you're dating, the men you fuck with, the men who are around you because they shape you. Um, if you're in things that are breaking the law, remember we talked about the consequences are coming. Okay, so yes, I feel like a message is that um, I'm also getting some kind of legal dispute. So I'm getting some kind of legal dispute where maybe someone's trying to stop someone from getting property, inheritance, or some kind of legal outcome. But you've got to be smart, get the right lawyers, be careful what you're saying, be careful what you're doing, be smart, right? Another one is the Aries women who give the best self to the worst version of men. Okay? So we've got the Empress here. So this is a woman who's got a lot of love to give. She really nurtures the men around her. She really, really gives her best self. She's loyal. But the men you give it to, Leo, Sag, Cap, Virgo, Taurus, like the men that she gives it to are totally unworthy of that level of goddess. This is another thing that women are doing. Women keep going to these fuckboys. They keep loving these men. They keep investing in these lower frequency men. And he's leeching. That's what we live in. We live in a society of leeches. They only give a fuck if they can use you, exploit you, stand on you. The minute you've got nothing, you'll see them disappear. Okay? So I'm not saying that to everyone, but I'm saying a lot of people are encountering those type of people. You need to raise your standards, raise your frequency, pay attention. So you're not giving yourself to these people. Less is more, quality not quantity in 2025. But some of you are definitely being told that it's time to watch the company you keep. For the Aries man, the men that you are dating, if you're a man, the men that you are surrounded by are very dangerous, immoral, indecent, not good. For the Aries woman, you are wondering why you don't get success in love. It's not you. You're coming up as the Empress, but you do need to look at the type of man that you go for, because this looks like the bad boy. You know, so a lot of women are like, oh, I just want a good man. I just want, but you keep going for the drug dealers and fake Ronaldos and ones who want to be chic at Dubai and, you know, those type. You know, the women. So I think it's time to look at. I think it's time to look at the kind of type that you go for, because sometimes the problem is not in the love that we've got to give, it's in the people we're giving the love to. Sometimes it's, you know, loyalty is not a problem, but if you're giving it to people who are disloyal, it's a problem. Okay, so some of you need to start getting smarter. And I do think we're at the end of a year. So what is it that you need to drop? Who is it that you need to drop? These are some questions that you need to be asking yourself. What do I need to drop before the new year in myself? Who do I need to drop? Right? And some years it's time to recreate yourself because you're feeling powerless. Okay? Some years are blocking yourself. You, like I said, you're giving yourself to the wrong person, and this is creating unhappiness. And this person doesn't value you as a businesswoman. They don't value you as a partner. You know? It's time to be wise. Like, it's time to get a long-term plan, and it's time to be wise. And I'm also getting, for some of you Aries, this 50-year-old washed out fuckboy is looking pretty cheap. I think it's, we had that frank conversation. You know, once you get to a certain age and you're still at the club and you're a grown man, you don't look funny, you look bad. Now, I know the G's around you will smile along because they might be making money off you, or maybe they're using you in some way, but it's not funny. So there's something here about moving into maturity. This can be dropping your youth, dropping this, you know, false persona, false identity, right? And really becoming somebody who becomes a father in the next 2 years, married in the next 2 years, solid in the next 2 years. He's moving in 2 years. He's moving, this Mercury retrograde, so funny. He's moving into maturity. Like, everyone's out here trying to hold on to youth. Youth is very beautiful. It's very beautiful when it's in its essence. But a grown adult still trying to act like a youth, well, you've seen society. Would you say it's beautiful? These men are angry. They hate themselves. They're addicts. They look disgusting. They're bitter. There's nothing funny about them. Okay, so it's time to commit yourself to the timeline that you're in, and stop trying to be some baller at the club, and stop trying to impress these cheap men who are going to mean nothing down the road, and move into your true identity. That's what I'm getting with some of you. Some of you are trying to impress people, the same people who are going to be gone from your life in 5 years. But you're still going to be suffering all the consequences for doing what you're doing now. This can be acting immoral and indecent and doing things that are harmful and damaging, that could have adverse effects for many years to come. Okay, you have to think about what you're doing. Same as the women, I've been saying this to the women. There's a lot of women who put themselves in. I was talking to one yesterday, she was a Leo, very beautiful, but couldn't be told. So I tell you what, go with your beauty and keep investing in what you're investing in. And when my words make sense in 10 years, don't say you weren't told. The arrogance, you know. So the point I'm making is, some of you might be beautiful. You might have a lot to offer. But if you put that beauty and you put that offering into the wrong people, they'll just take it from you. They'll strip you dry. You know? You have to remember, we live in a world of angels and demons. I look much older because the people I've lived for. You know, when I was 15, men chased me down. I'm still a fucking hottie, let's not be getting it wrong. I have my off days, but listen. Okay? The point I'm making is, when I was 15, you know, men, but so what? Stop running after cheap attention. Stop running after cheap people. Stop. You've got nothing to prove to people. This is your journey. It's time to step into your truth, your authenticity, and let whatever falls away, fall away. I'm getting that some of you men, what you're attracting, these bitches are just disgusting. They're the devil's sperm. Yeah, honestly, they're like, I've seen these women out here, like some of them, and yes, don't get me wrong, I know they're good looking. But my God, if you even speak for them for a minute and look in their eyes, all you see is the devil. It's like, whoa, you know? And it's, it's time to get around classy people, people of soul, people of morality, people of integrity. I think some of you need to look in the mirror, because the version you've become is not a good one. Very dark. Very dark. But just because you went down the road doesn't mean you need to keep going down the road. Some of you need to see people for who they are. Like, look past the money, look past the image, look into the soul, and you'll see what the fuck's down there. Some of you are dancing with the devil and you don't even know it. You're dancing with your own devil, or you're dancing with the devil of other people. It's time to make smart choices. And I think if you do, for some of you Aries men, there could be a beautiful relationship coming in here. And I don't like doing parts. I don't like doing parts of a video. But on this time, I'll make a concession because it's actually a really good video. Normally, if it goes off, I'll just leave it. But I thought I'll do a full read. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of bliss coming. There's a lot of happiness for the Aries who are acting right. I'm getting a side hustle, extra money, learning new skills, spending time with grandparents, parents, going to Christmas events, the markets, we talked about this. People who are very graceful, very grateful, very humble. People who are acting right. You've got so many people out here who are acting wrong, wondering why they don't get what they want. I don't know, Dave. Let me think about it for a minute. You're a fucking demon. Why do you think you don't get what you want? Like, it makes no sense. God is watching. The universe is watching. He can see us all. You might get away with it with humans or whatever, but you're not going to get away with it with the gods. The devil is watching, God is watching, and the universe is watching, and it's going to come for its karma. It might be down the road. Some of you, that might be happening now. So some of you, if you've acted out in your youth or you've made some bad choices, same for the Aries woman, there might be some karma coming there. But you could do a karma cleanse, you could do repentance, you could say, that's one way to do it.